Hello, kindergarten friends. It's Miss Lisa, and because I can't be with you today, I thought I would read to you one of my favorite Easter stories. It's called The Easter Egg, and it's by Jan Brett. You know Jan Brett. She's one of our favorite authors and illustrators. She wrote Hedgie's Surprise, The Mitten, The Hat, and Trouble with Trolls. Remember with Treva and those trolls? Well, she wrote this book too. How about we look inside? The Easter Egg by Jan Brett. Chirrup, chirrup, spring is here. Time to start on my first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorated the winning egg got to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. Look at all these signs of spring, friends. The little fiddlehead ferns, the red-breasted robin, and of course this bunny getting ready for Easter. Hoppy had been dreaming about being that bunny all year long, and now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looked, rabbits were working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing idea, he thought. Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. The Easter rabbit will love those colorful eggs, he thought, and he started picking flowers for his egg. Here's a basket for you, Hoppy, Flora said. And look at all these spring wildflowers. There's a little purple violet. Chop, chop, scrape, scrape. Hoppy spied Buster Birch carving a magnificent wooden egg. I wish I had some wood for my egg, he wished out loud. Here you go, Hoppy, Buster Birch said, and he put a smooth, round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. Thank you, Buster, Hoppy said. All these clues around the outside that Jan likes to leave for us. Something's happening with these robins up here. Keep an eye on it on the next pages. Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight to the chocolate egg that Auntie Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting and squiggles and bows. Look how delicious. Hello, Hoppy, she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. Hippity hop, Hoppy exclaimed. I'll make the Easter rabbit a chocolate egg so sweet it will make his whiskers tingle. Then Hoppy saw Granny Irene decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool. Then she dipped the egg in pots of yellow, green, orange, and red dye, adding to the design each time. Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. I'll never make an egg that beautiful, he told Granny Irene. She smiled. Try, she said, giving him one of her special tools. The robins are building something up here. Hoppy was hopping by Hans Vanderrabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit so real it looked alive. Fantastic, Hoppy exclaimed. Thank you, Hoppy, Hans said. Why don't you make a painting on your egg? He gave Hoppy pots of paint and a fine brush. I see little pussy willows all around the outside here. That's definitely a sign of spring. And these grape hyacinth. As Hoppy bounced along, a loud boing nearly knocked him off his feet. It was a whirling, twirling, mechanical egg. Whoa, Hoppy said. That's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one? Roberto asked. Hoppy tried hard, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up all around him. Oh, thank you, Roberto, he sighed, but I think I better make the egg that is right for me. This is a beautiful forest. This forest looks like one we might find in Souk. Hoppy hopped back to the woods and laid down under a tall tree to think. Making a beautiful egg is harder than I ever imagined, he thought. I guess I don't have to win. I just want to make an egg that I'm proud of. Look up here in this picture. Something's happening with the robin and the eggs that she's laid and 2 little red squirrels. Suddenly, the woods rang with the squawk of birds, sounding the alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, calling wildly, as if she couldn't decide where to go. An egg had tumbled out of Mother Robin's nest. Inside, the perfect blue egg was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until it was time to hatch. Well, that'll never do, having it down on the forest floor. The egg really should be up in the nest. Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. "I'll take care of you the best I can," he whispered. And relieved, Mother Robin chirped and settled down on her other 2 eggs. Here she is back here. I guess Hoppy is going to be the babysitter for the egg and help it hatch. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, he carefully turned the egg in its nest of moss. If it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. At night, wild animals passed by. Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often, he heard strange noises coming from above, but Hoppy didn't run away. I'd say he was brave. That's very scary to be a little bunny at night in the forest, with the owls and the foxes about. Now, every day, the rabbits worked on their eggs. Tadpoles turned into frogs. Ooh, that's another sign of spring. Buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. Finally, it was time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. They had forgotten all about Hoppy, who was still quietly sitting on the blue egg under the tall tree in the woods. I guess Hoppy didn't have time to make his own egg when he was so busy taking care of the robin's egg. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit. Suddenly, a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist. Oh, something else has happened in the forest with Hoppy. Can you see? Can you see what hatched from the egg? Good job, Hoppy, and good job, little Robin. The wagon stopped. The Easter Bunny stepped down from the wagon and admired the decorated eggs one by one. "You have brought me the most beautiful eggs in the world, but a very special one is not here," he told them. The rabbits were puzzled. Whose egg could it be? Do you know, friends, whose egg it could be? What do you think? "Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs," he said, "and when I return, I will show it to you." And he disappeared into the woods. There he goes. He came back with Hoppy, looking scruffy and bedraggled. "Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of," the Easter rabbit told them. Look at the egg, friends. It's a cracked, empty robin's egg, and the little robin right here. He has kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby bird hatched, and she could take care of it. The Easter rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor on top of the wagon. And now they were ready to go. The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised them all. "It's our best Easter ever, Hoppy," they shouted. And then the brave little bunny and the Easter rabbit rode off together to hide the eggs for girls and boys to find on Easter morning. What a beautiful story. The Easter egg. Thanks for listening.